About a month ago, 6 weeks ago, I came in here and lost my mind over Senlar servicing.
Yeah. I remember that. You called them out.
I called them out because they were not helping our listener.
Yeah.
Who lived in the West Loop, and then some guy from Highland Park called, and I believe his name was Marty.
Said the same thing.
No, he said she shouldn't be in a reverse mortgage.
Oh, yeah.
And I kept getting, she should sell the home, as if this 80-year-old young lady doesn't know how to own property that she's been owning for 40 years plus, right? She's only 80 and
only did it
right
for that many years.
For that many years, and that listener is on the phone right now.
Awesome.
So because I kept getting follow-up texts. Whatever happened with that lady you lost your mind trying to help?
Yeah.
Say hi to Suzanne. How are you, Suzanne?
Good morning. Oh, I am very well. Thank you so much. Couldn't help but think about you. I'm so glad that with all your help, I got my reverse mortgage. And it felt so good to be away from that company because they have been such a thorn in my side. Unfortunately, I did have Citibank, and they sold the servicing or whatever they do with it. And that was the beginning of doom and gloom for me. But I'm free of it, and it felt really good. And I appreciate all the help you gave me because I don't think it would have happened without your help right at that point. Company was so bad.
So you had two mortgages against your home.
Yes.
You without going into too specifics here, you were depleting your assets that were once ample, not so ample as they were 2 years ago. Correct?
Well, I had one with an escalating interest rate that was beginning to kill me at this point because I wasn't anticipating it.
Right.
And with everything else going up, it was really a burden no longer. So go on with what you were saying, and I'll interrupt you again.
Yeah, no, that's good. I'm used to it. Yeah. I'm fine. I'm married. So we eliminated $3,000 worth of mortgage payments, and we set up a disbursement of $2,000 from the reverse mortgage, which is a $5,000 a month cash flow positive for you. How did that change your life, Suzanne?
Well, I'm able to sleep nights a lot better now. I was very, very stressed out, worrying about how I was going to handle this. And I just feel a lot more confident if something happens to me now and if I do need care, which is always an issue, because I'm not ready to get rid of my house. I mean, this is my home. It's been that way. I'm comfortable in it. I'm located well. I'm close to the hospital. I mean, it couldn't be better.
So for others that say reverse mortgage loans are bad loans and they're horrible loans and they shouldn't be around and they shouldn't be offered, what would you tell those individuals or those scared of taking out a reverse mortgage against not being scared and how wonderful of a product it is?
Well, I don't see why people would. Well, I do see why people would be frightened of it. However, for me, it's better if I'm using my equity to live. I was worried about leaving it for my children.
Right.
And my children said, no, go ahead. Make your life as comfortable as possible in these final years. And that's what it does. So I don't have all the anxiety. I'm just comfortable, that's all.
Good.
I know whatever happens will be taken care of, and I'm not going to lose my home.
And I know your son, he's loaded. So, and then the guy like Marty, who from Deerfield, who I went off on, which I shouldn't have. It was unprofessional on the radio when I said.
Well, I'm glad you did.
Okay, so.
Thanks, Suzanne.
So what would you say to Marty in Deerfield, who said that the reverse mortgage was bad for you and you should have sold your home?
Why would I sell my home? To get what? To give the equity to the government? Excuse me. What does that make sense? Wouldn't it be better if I'm using it to live instead of turning it over as a capital gain? I mean, my goodness. Obviously, Marty doesn't know what he's doing. He hasn't looked into it. He's jumping to conclusions that, kicking the can down the road. I mean, I'm 80 years old. How much road do I have left, for God's sake? Yeah.
Well, knowing you probably another 50 years because you're going to stare death in the eye and punch it right in the nose. So, and then a couple of weeks ago, we had Cynthia call in, said some not so positive things about my guy, Jose, who's my reverse mortgage expert. Can you address Jose for our listeners just to offset what Cynthia had to say a couple of weeks ago?
I don't know what Cynthia had to say about Jose. I find he is a very, very competent man, and he works with me every moment of the way. And, this was a hard loan to close because of the company, not because of me. And he told me that over and over again, that I was not responsible for it. He's very, I don't know. I don't know what she said about him.
Well, she took a couple of shots at him, and I'm like, wait until Suzanne hears about that. She's going to want to meet Cynthia up in Des Plaines and have a throwdown. You're 80, she's 62. My money's on you. So for other experienced homeowners like yourself, who have a lot of equity in your home like yourself, who are looking to extract themselves away from making a monthly mortgage payment or freeing up, what would you tell our listeners about not being afraid of this product?
Obviously, they haven't researched it thoroughly enough. I would call Jose. He will go through every step of the way, very honestly, with everyone, tell you what is good, what is bad. If there is anything bad about it, he will alert you to it. You have to be qualified to do it, number one.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time, Suzanne. I'm glad we took the stress off your life. And maybe your son would, pay for a dinner every once in a while, Mr. Deep Pockets. Be nice. It'd be nice. I know he's got flipper arms there whenever, you guys go out for dinner. But it'd be nice for, him to pick up a bill because I know he's got a big drinking problem. So,
oh, God, no.
I got to hit a break. They're yelling at me that we got to get to news. Thanks for sharing your experience, Suzanne. And I'm glad you're stress-free.